I recently passed my new Gen NCLEX and I passed it on the first try and 85 questions. And this is everything, everything you need to know. And honestly, everything that I wish I knew before taking my NCLEX and passing on the first try, because I know you could do it too. I know. But okay, to start off, you need a schedule. You need a schedule. I am such a big proponent of structure and having just a specific regimen that you need to do for each day, because honestly before I would be like, oh, like let me do 50 questions today and then tomorrow I'll do like 120 to make up for it, and like it's in a month, like I'll be fine. No, like you need to have structure just within life in general, but like specifically this. So what really helped for me was printing out genuinely, this is printing out your schedule and your list of how many questions you're going to do that day, what topics you're going to do that day, and when you have to schedule your readiness exam and your test and everything. Like I swear this is my life and my soul. These two pieces of paper were my life and my soul for 3 weeks. And I really need you to write everything down, because in the beginning it's so overwhelming and it's so easy to be like, oh, like I'll just do this amount, like, or I'll finish the quiz bank. No, you need to, in order to finish that quiz bank, you need to have specific numbers of how many questions you're going to do each day. And I swear this really helped, just being able to see everything. First of all, just see everything. And then honestly, just being able to check everything off like one by one each day. It was so satisfying and it actually made me want to study. So, pro tip. But I swear, print out a paper calendar. It helps so much more, I swear. And then schedule everything in, because I know it's hard. It's hard to study when there's life going on and everything. And I know a lot of people were working during this too. So schedule everything in. Schedule in your work days, schedule in the days where you want to take a break, and then make sure that you're working like around those. But I just really am such a big proponent of having a strict study schedule, because it helped me so much. But yes, print out your piece of paper. And then, oh my gosh, genuinely, I don't think I would have passed. Or I don't think I'd be able to be capable of taking care of another human being if it wasn't for Mark Klimek. I swear, I owe all of my tuition to Mark Klimek. I really do. But okay, so guys, oh my gosh. So all of his lectures are on Spotify. Well, okay, to preface, Mark Klimek is this NCLEX reviewer. He's an NCLEX reviewer, and he's been doing this for a long time. But I actually found him through one of my internship ICU shifts, where the nurse just genuinely changed the entire course of my nursing career when he told me that I needed to know about Mark Klimek. He asked me if I did, and I was like, nope, who is this person? And I decided to do my little research, and I honestly went on like a little rabbit hole drive through Reddit on just who Mark Klimek was. Like, who is this guy? And he is the savior. Because genuinely, his reviews are so beneficial. I've learned so much more in his reviews within, honestly, the past 4 years of nursing school, which is kind of crazy. But it's made up of his core lessons, which is 12 core lectures. And you can find them, well, you're supposed to pay for them, but you can find them on Reddit, and then you can also find them on Spotify, actually, and it's all there. It's literally just Mark Klimek, it's all there. And I just wanted to tell you guys, because for each day, I would start off my day with a Mark Klimek lecture, and then after that, I would go into my daily questions that I would do. I would have lunch, and then I would review the questions that I did. And honestly, these lectures, godsend, actual godsend. Like, they're long. They're like an hour per lesson. Some of the lessons are actually even 2 hours. So I would split it up with like 2 days if it was 2 hours. But I swear they're so worth it. Like, at least for me. And actually, like, all of my cohort, like, everyone talked about Mark Lemick. Like, it was absolutely amazing. And not just that, he actually has his own YouTube channel, and he has his, like, one of his old students, I believe, but her name's Dr. Sharon, and she goes through every every type of nursing question that you can encounter and you can experience, but she answers them with you. She answers them with you. But the thing is, and it's so different because she literally thinks in the way of someone who's learning, of a nursing student. So she goes through these questions and she would kind of deduct and like use the process of elimination to see what actually works and how we're actually thinking. So I need to show you guys. But it's so helpful. She has a whole I don't know, you can see. But it's prioritization strategies on the Mark Clemick reviews on YouTube. They're like 20 minutes per each video, and they're prioritized by like ventricular, like heart, like, you know, like it's laid out pretty well. So I need you to go watch those, because I swear one of the main things that I did learn was not through a textbook. These textbooks, I swear, just throw so much knowledge at you, and you don't even have to know everything that's on this textbook. You really don't. And genuinely, one of the main things I realized too is that they do not expect you to know every single disease. They do not expect you to know every single fact. Like, no nurse, genuinely no nurse knows every single fact and every single disease out there. They just want to know if you're safe, if you have specific strategies on delegation and on prioritization. So honestly, if you were to come and just leave everything out of this video, out of your mind, just totally out. And if you were to know one thing from this video, it's gonna be to know your principles. Like, genuinely, and it's like the one thing I really wish someone told me, just like all throughout nursing school, honestly. Because like, I feel like throughout nursing school, I felt like I needed to know all these random facts. Like, I felt like I needed to know what Kowalski disease is. And okay, honestly, that might come up. But it's like, I thought I needed to know these like random obscure diseases and like the specific labs on like each specific disease. But like, once you have a really good foundation, you just need to know how to guess. You need to know how to guess, and how to guess well, because that is the whole proponent of the NCLEX, and honestly, nursing in general. Like, you're not gonna know everything that happens on the floor. You're really not. But it's like, do you know what to do when you don't know what's happening? And that's the main thing that they're testing. It's literally just safety, prioritization, and if you know what to delegate, like the legality behind it. So I swear, I really do swear by Mark Clemick and Dr. Sharon, because these cards genuinely saved me throughout my HESI. Oh no, throughout my HESI exit exam and throughout the NCLEX too. But so if you go on Dr. Sharon and Mark Clemick's YouTube channel, she has like these guessing strategies, but it's not even guessing. It's like, you just need to know these principles of what you're gonna do when you don't know what's going on. Because I need you to go into the NCLEX honestly just assuming that you're not gonna know what's going on. Just assume. Just assume that you don't know anything, but you have these principles and you have a guideline of what you're gonna do if you don't know that specific disease, if you don't know that specific lab, or like, you know. So she talks a lot about like okay, so it's like ADPI, but like specifically like implementing it within the nursing questions, ABCs, but specifically with multiple physiological factors within the question. And also, yes, know your Maslow's. It's so important. It's so important. Know your Maslow's. And then if the patient is stable or unstable, if the disease or the sign and symptom is expected versus unexpected for their specific disease, and another strategy on Maslow's. So I go to her YouTube account and then just go research on like, I think just like about 5, but also he talks a lot about it on lecture 12. Yes, on lecture 12 of the Mark-Clemic lecture series. So that, I swear, that's what really helped. And when you listen to these lecture series, you can't just passively listen. I mean, like, I wish I could, and I did, like, when I was driving, but that was when I already kind of knew the concepts and had already taken notes. But I need you. I'm such a paper person. I am such a paper person. But yeah, I had this whole notebook. But I need you to write down notes on each lecture. Like, genuinely write down notes on what he's talking about. And, like, see and understand his concepts and see why he's explaining this to you, because it's so crucial, but he breaks it down in such a great way. And I genuinely believe it's like a shortcut to like all of nursing school. Like all of 4 years of nursing school could have been cut down to 12 lectures. But it's fine, it's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, yes, so 12 lectures. You need to have a structure. You need to have a structure. Even for life, you need to have a structure. Write it down, cross it off when you're done. It's so satisfying. Trust me. And when you do listen to the Mark-Clemic lectures, I need you to write down notes. For me, like, I know a lot of people do type up notes, and you're also gonna find those like on Reddit. They have like a whole doc of what he's talking about and everything. But like writing them down was so useful. Genuinely, writing it down was just so useful to me, because I was able to just like, first of all, visualize everything, because I like color, and I like to see what I'm writing down and what I'm learning. So genuinely, like, writing everything down was just so helpful. So I had like one notebook for like all of NCLEX, my prized possession. But also have flashcards of your guessing strategies. I kid you not, this was all that was going through my head while I was answering those questions on the NCLEX. Like, I was like, oh, I remember this flashcard. Like, it was this. Or like, let me use this for the specific question. You need to have your guessing strategies, because genuinely, I actually recorded a video of me just giving out advice to because I took it pretty early. So I recorded a video of me giving out advice of my experiences and what I saw right after. Like, I got out of the building and I recorded myself and I gave advice to my other nursing friends and kind of just debriefed on what I saw and what I experienced. But they make it so you couldn't. They make it so you can't. Like, it's so computer adaptive to the point where even though you see something specific, it's not going to be the same on your other friend's exam. It's really not. So the one thing that I did find was that they make it vague. They make it vague, but for a reason. So this is why I need you to have these guessing strategies, because they make it vague for a reason, so you don't know the specific disease. So you don't know what you're going to do. So they can actually test if you're a safe nurse, or if you're going to do the proper thing that you're supposed to be doing during the specific task that you haven't experienced yet. Because that's what's going to happen on the floor. You're not going to know everything. They just want to see if you're able to act safely. And this Mark-Clemic, Dr. Sharon, is going to help you do that. So that's what really helped. So if you guys can't tell already, I love them. I'm not even like sponsored. Like I just love them. They genuinely just helped me so much just throughout my HESI exit exam. I'll probably make a video on that too. But throughout my HESI exit exam and throughout NCLEX, and like genuinely, it even works for the new Gen NCLEX. Like I swear. But I love them so much. I even bought his book. I caved. I was like, wait, maybe I need this. The book. Don't buy the book. Don't buy the book. It was $50. I could have used that for food. Don't buy the book. So the book is basically just like kind of different facts that he deems as like basic, and like they are basic facts, you know, but they're like really basic facts. They're like really basic facts, and you don't need to, in my opinion, like you don't need to know all that. Save your $50, to be honest. But yeah, I love him. Lectures, and use Dr. Sharon's YouTube, but you don't need the book. Okay, yay. What else? Oh, okay. Also, oh my gosh, I actually had both. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to tell you guys everything. Okay, I actually had both UWorld and I had Archer. So I used both. Okay, and I swear, the type of questions that they had on both, it didn't matter. No, it really didn't matter. I swear, it was just like, I'm trying to think. For UWorld, I did kind of like the structure a little bit more of the new gen questions, like the bow ties and everything, but I really just need you guys to realize that when they test for the NCLEX, they're testing not specifically for the disease or the content, which you should know the basics, of course, but like they're testing if you know what to do when you don't know. That's basically it. Because like the content for both UWorld and Archer, it doesn't really, at least from what I saw having both of them, I don't think it really mattered that much. It's just like down to the minute personal preference. What I actually do want to note though is that for UWorld, I only had 2 readiness exams, but then for Archer, I had an unlimited amount. Like you could just take as much as you can, which is actually what I did. So my schedule was like I would do more clinic in the mornings, and then I continued, and then I did, instead of just doing random like 100 questions from the Q bank, I would actually do a CAT exam on Archer like every day. So it was like 85 questions. I was like preparing myself for 85 questions. But yeah, so I would do like 85 questions each day, and then I would review them. So that's what I really liked about Archer. That's actually the one thing I remember, because at least what really helped me was to be able to sit down and honestly pretend like you're taking the exam. Like sit down and pretend like you're taking the exam. And I did it for like 2.5 weeks. I actually scheduled my NCLEX sooner because there was a sooner date. And I was ready and I was like, I just want to take it. But anyways, it was so helpful. It was so helpful to be able to just sit down and pretend like I was taking the NCLEX like every day. Like it was like the best thing ever, because I would honestly kind of dread taking CAT exams or taking like readiness exams, but I swear the dread's not gonna go away. It's really not gonna go away. And when you get to the NCLEX like test day, it's really not gonna go away. So you really have to like kind of condition yourself to have that structure and to have that like mindset of like, okay, like I know that I'm gonna feel like this during the exam, so like the more you do it, the less you're gonna feel like that, you know, like the less anxiety you're gonna feel. Yeah, so that was one of the main things I like with Archer. I know for you guys who have Archer, there's like the very high, like scoring, you know, like very high, and if you do like 4 consecutive very highs, then you have like a 98% chance of like passing or something. I did like by the end I scored like probably like 7 or 8 very highs. So I would say it was pretty accurate, but I really wouldn't gauge it only on that. I would gauge it on genuinely just if you know like the principles and everything. But yes, what else did I do? Wow. Yeah. That's kind of it. Honestly, you guys got it. Like, I really do believe that the new style of NCLEX is just a lot more, honestly, a lot more adaptive to what we're gonna see on the floor and everything. So I really do believe that I kind of like this new style better, just a little bit. I feel like I learned a lot more than just answering like one by one question, like standalone questions. I really like I really emphasize knowing your principles, just like knowing what, just like the basic, genuinely, just like the basic principles of what's going on. But okay, yeah, I think that's basically it. I'll probably make another video if I do remember more things. But yes, textbooks did not help me. They textbooks have never helped me. Yeah, I need you to study smarter. I need you to study smarter. And once you know your foundation, which is the 12 lectures on Mark Klemic, you just need to do practice questions. You need to know how to answer and properly guess the questions. That's literally it. That's it. That's it. I believe in you so hard. My future RNs, I believe in you so hard. And I'm so excited to honestly kind of just share my experience and like share what I wish I knew before taking my own NCLEX. Because like if I knew this like 3 weeks before I was like studying, or even just any time before that, or if I was 3 weeks before I was studying for my HESI exit exam, it would have been over. Like I probably could have breathed a little bit more. So, but yeah. Anyways, that's basically it. And yeah, good luck, guys. You can do it. I'm so excited for you. Yay! Okay. You guys can do it. Yeah. Like I'm putting this little snippet in because like I just need you to know it's not that deep. Genuinely, I was like kind of thinking back because I was like, wait, okay. I'm confident now because obviously like it's done and stuff. But guys, like I was having like a pretty bad mental breakdown. Like during I rescheduled my exam either further or like sooner, and then I did another one that was like a little bit further, and then I rescheduled it like 3 times. So if you feel kind of lost right now, or kind of like just like in a can I do this mindset, I need you to trust yourself. I need you to trust yourself and just know that you can do it. Like genuinely. Because I didn't before. I don't think I did for a while, so I needed more time. But I just need you to trust yourself and know that you could do it. Like everyone, there's so many nurses out there. Why not you? Literally, why not you? You can do it. But yes, I need you to prepare. Prepare. Yay! But you can do it. I'm so excited for you. Yay!